Hi friends, it's Eva and I would like to present today 4 sets of botanical tags that have already been posted in Facebook and Instagram, but I have just found some time to film them and to give a short description on how they are made. I would first make a short flip through for all of the 4 sets, and then I'll tell you a little bit on how they are made. So the first set is with, actually it's quite bright and it's about autumn in the countryside, and I would like to tell you what it comprises. These are not dried leaves. These are the fussy cut images from a collection of paper of, actually the majority of images here are fussy cut from the collection of paper, actually from a local supplier. And this collection, as they say, is no longer manufactured, but I'm not too sure, maybe it's just a marketing stuff. And all of them have a little bit of handmade paper pieces. You can see them at the bottom. There is some stamping on the background. There are some stickers and acrylic paint and a lot of stamping and doodled frame made with gel pen. This is the first one with the country house. They all feature tiny country houses. This is the second one. You can see a small piece of paper, handmade paper here. I would say that I did my stamping using only distress inks. That means that they can move and they can run if you apply water or some liquid. If you want this effect of something aged, yeah, you can use it. But if you don't, you'd better preserve it not wet. As actually this refers to the majority of journals we usually use. So this is a jar with, with some jam, homemade jam probably. I guess the idea is quite clear. This is birdhouse and like a log of tree and a little bit of wooden leaf imitation. Oak leaf imitation and stuff. So this was the first set. The link to the first set, which is called Countryside Autumn or something like that, yeah, I will clarify that, is in the description box. The second set, as you probably remember that, is a mixed media set. It's very mixed media, I would say. It's covered with gesso, and then these are pressed natural grasses that I collected a couple of years ago. They are fixed with, in fact, I used some special paper to fix them, and they are sealed, and then they are toned. I added some color with sprays and with acrylics and with gesso. So it has taken quite a good amount of time, and this is the date when the plant was collected. It was, yes, 18. One more type of a plant, and I guess this one, this set of tags would be quite good for any mixed media project, or I am thinking now about arranging them in a separate like wall arrangement or something like that. I mean, making the same and creating the same and making them into some composition. Or in fact, as the topic is grasses, and probably they can be somehow used in the grasses project. This is barley, as far as I remember. It's supposed to be one, if I'm right. And that's one. Okay, just I'm not sure the names. About the names, I'm not sure about the names of these plants because I have never been good at making out the names. But I don't think there is any point in that specific point in that. So this is the second mixed media set of tags. Also, there will be a link in the description box. This is the third pack, or the third set, which actually turned out quite different from the rest. First of all, because it preserved natural colors. It's also sealed, but sometimes the sealing is penetrated and maybe not penetrated, but punched, pierced, right? And these like tiny fibers, they are quite. They just pierced the surface, but still it's sealed, so it cannot be moved, it cannot be torn. Then some gesso, and then I used some specific glossy medium to fix some glitter, and it created quite an interesting effect. And some spray, some spray. This is the second, by the way, this is the back side of all the tags, and I will tell you why it looks like that, and probably you know where they come from, but where the base for these tags comes from, but I will show you. As well, 2018, the date of plant collection, and at the same time, and some stamping as well. Some more glitter, and you can see some glossy surface that didn't keep the glitter. And this one, they are a little bit curved, and it's just because I didn't put them. I now keep them in a box, not under the press, but they can be kept under the press or preserved as is. And you can see even some covering, because actually it's not just the media and then you seal it, but on top of that I had to add some shades of color to return the color back, because definitely the color faded when sealed, and I had to make it pop out. And this one is, it's shiny. You can see the wrinkles from the paper. You can see you can feel them, and at the same time you can safely feel the grass and not be afraid that it's too fragile and will be torn or will peel off. And as well, I can see the glitter, and you can see some glossy patches that also add some texture. And the last one, the last set, which is more plain, but at the same time it has a different style, a little bit more, I would say, crisp, because it's like more two colors. Just in fact, no, it's not about two colors, but at least it looks like the major colors are still green and this yellowish, whitish something. Aged surface. The same technique, but sometimes with these tags I covered the whole surface, not only the flower. With some of these tags, the whole surface of the tag was covered, not only the piece here. And it also created the same effect. This time there is only some brown ink spray used, but the idea is quite the same. And stamping, a little bit of acrylics, different types of acrylics to add the interest to the flowers. And that's it. And some background stamping. So here they are. All the links will be given in the description box.